Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. So what we have here is basically market traded higher this morning. This is the hourly time frame, and the market is very close to the main pivot level based in the last, I will say, in the last 10 days. And this is the pivot level that markets reacted actually um, almost 4 or 5 times here. This is the area around 1.0615 and 620 area. And that will be critical pivot to watch and to see how the things will price action will resolve around this pivot. And I will just mention like some of the two scenarios, one for up, one for down. So we have this rising trend line that is active in the last couple of days. So the buyers are in control. And now here it will be important to see if the market can break this 1.0620 and hold above. There is a chance for the higher price eventually towards the 1.0670 or even 1.0700 mark. But if in the case if market just break and then reject back and then build some downside move, even break this rising trend line, then there can be a chance for the lower prices towards the 1.0530 or even 1.0500 mark. So depend how the price action will resolve around this level. This will be important to watch and then be prepared for this upside or this downside scenario. If we speak about the gold market, and there was a gap that held yesterday, and we can see that market tried to pull back just a little into the gap, and the market there was more buyers kicking in. But now at this point where the market where we got stopped, this is the area we have a previous swing low on hourly time frame. So this is this area here where the market is rotating, and we still have this gap that we have unfilled gap here from yesterday. And so far, we have scenario like potentially that this can be like a running flat type of correction. And as long as we are trading in this area, there is a chance for the higher prices. I would like to see the market to retake 1865 and then hold above for the further higher prices towards the 1879, which is basically this pivot, the swing highs on the hourly time frame here. Now, scenario for the downside will be if the market really go downside and below the 1850, and then we have some weak reaction from buyers, and there is a chance for the downside and kind of fill the gap situation. The gap area is between 1830 and 1843. So that is some downside scenario around this pivot level. Speaking of the crude oil, now another thing here that I need to mention is that this market also, like similar to the gold, held this gap yesterday. Market gapped and held the gap. So here, basically what we have is we have this supply and more like a contraction, and market is trying to break, but still I would like to see the break and hold above 87.44. It's interesting enough that there is also strong pivot area around this level, and that market is near that pivot too. So ideally for the upside scenario to unfold stronger, I would like to see the break above 87.50 or 87.60 and hold above. That will definitely then can be a good confirmation for the further higher prices. And eventual retest of the 90 mark, 90.60 or even 91.80 mark. That's for the upside scenario. For the downside, obviously, the market will clear the low and build a lower distribution or so, and then there is potential to fill the gap and potential to go towards 83.30 mark. So we will see how the things will unfold, but those are the scenarios that I'm watching. And the Bitcoin versus US dollar, again, no change here since relative to the last previous sessions. We have still Bitcoin trading in the middle of this consolidation around 27,650 mark, and there is also the area, the recent swing lows acting like resistance. So Anything meaningful to the upside, I would like to break and hold above 28,700. That will have potential to retest 31,000 mark. From other side, if market can clear this rising trend line and hold below, so build some continuational down pattern, then there is a chance to retest of 24,750. So that will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.